Remember, anytime you're trying to uncover information, ask your question and bring silence. Stop talking. Hey everybody, it's time to answer another Ask Me Anything question. I'm Shannyn Lee, I'm the Director of Coaching at Win Without Pitching, and let's jump in. Our question today comes from Aaron at Monkee-Boy in Austin, Texas. Let's hear what Aaron has to say.
Hello, Win Without Pitching universe. This is Aaron Bramwell coming to you live from Austin, Texas. I have a question for you. My question is, what are your secret tips for bypassing gatekeepers and middle management and getting to those decision makers who value creation and would be willing to pay for it? That is all. Ready to go.
All right. Shout out Austin, Texas. Aaron, great to hear from you. So there are all sorts of little things you can do to get yourself to the decision maker. Let me just talk about a couple today. I'm going to model some language, and I want to give Aaron a shout out because what he is recognizing in his question is why it's important to get to those senior level decision makers, because they in fact are the ones charged with creating future value. They are the ones that are going to really understand the value and power that you can bring to them. And they're the ones that will open up the purse strings if need be to really carve out the right kind of investment or budget in order to be able to work with you. So we always want to be working to get to the senior level decision makers. It's not always easy, and that's okay. And I think just go in recognizing that it's a little bit like a detective mission. You got to do a little sleuthing and ask a lot of questions and not be afraid to kind of keep pushing, keep getting to peel the layers of the onion back to figure out like who it really is and what's really going on there. So one of the questions that I really love to ask is, so tell me, aside from yourself, who else needs to be involved in the decision to hire a firm like ours? And then you stop talking. That's the big thing. Remember, anytime you're trying to uncover information, ask your question and bring silence. Stop talking. Let them answer. Or if you're really getting pushback from somebody and they're saying to you, no, I'm the one, I'm the decision maker, then that's fine, right? Acknowledge that. Okay, great, sounds good. Tell me, after you've decided to hire a firm like ours, does the CEO need to sign off? And then stop talking. Or is there anybody else who needs to approve your decision? I think one of the things we need to remember is the reason it's hard to get at who the decision maker is because you don't want to offend the person on the other end of the phone or sitting across the table from you. You don't want it to come across as if they don't have any power, that they're not the one that really gets to decide. And we don't use the language decision maker when we're in a conversation with a prospect. That's our own internal inside baseball language. So what you want to remember is just to honor that person, respect that person, recognize what their role is in this process. Everybody has a role in the process, but just also know that more likely than not, there's somebody else or more than one or two people that probably are going to be a part of making this decision. And your real goal is to help them, to help that person who made the initial call, to ask more about you, to share more about that project, help them to understand why it's important to bring everybody into the fold. Let them know that in order for things to be a success, you do need the complete team. Share stories of when it didn't work. Share stories of when you weren't able to really get access to that entire decision-making team and what went wrong as a result. It's really about being an ally, really about explaining to them, why you're digging, why you're asking all of these questions. It's all in the service of helping, all in the service of figuring out what's the best way to go about doing this together so I can create the most value for you as a new client. Okay, that's what I have for you today. Great question, Aaron. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe to our Ask Me Anything YouTube channel. You can go to winwithoutpitching/askmeanything.com to get there. And once you do subscribe and once you do ask your question, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get a little inbox delivery to let you know that a new response has been posted. Take care. Great to be with you all today. Cheers.